Hi there. I wanted to share some information with folks who might be doing Hyrox for the first time in the next couple of weeks, and specifically Hyrox Auckland, which is in less than 2 weeks now. And if you're new to Hyrox and it's your first race, it can be a little bit intimidating, but I think the more simple you keep it, the better it will be. And so I just wanted to just give a couple little tips and tricks or things to remember leading up to checking in and race day. So the first thing is make sure that when you go to check in, you take your ID. If you don't have your ID, they won't be able to register you. And you'll be able to see next week or the week of the race, they'll post or let you know when it is that you can register based on when you're racing. So just pay attention to the Hyrox Auckland website and it'll give you the information you need about when you can register. And you can only register for yourself. So if you're doing a team or a relay, every person has to be there to check in. They check your ID, and then they write your number on your arm, and that has your wave start time in it as well. And they'll give you a little wristband, which lets you go in and out of the venue on the day that you're racing. And also just keep in mind that if people are coming to watch you race, they'll have to get a spectator ticket. Or if you're watching any of your friends on any of the other days, you'll have to get a spectator ticket to watch them do that. So make sure you have your ID. And then when you register, if it's the day of your event or when you can enter on the day of your event, or if you have a spectator ticket, go and check out the venue. There is on the website now under event information, a venue map, and you can click on that and look at it. Auckland is 1 lap of running, which is great because you can't mess up your counting. It's also outside running, so it could be warm, it could be cold, won't be cold, it could be raining, but it will be what will be for everyone who's racing. So I wouldn't spend too much time worrying about it, other than if it's going to be warm, think about what you wear. Think about sunblock. Some people wear glasses or some people wear a hat to keep the sun out of their eyes. Most of the course is in the sun. Just have to think about whether or not you want to carry that stuff with you when you're racing, or if it gets bumped off on the sled pull or push or whatever station that you might be on, it might be a little bit cumbersome. Last year when I did Auckland, I didn't find it too terrible to run without a sun hat or without any glasses or anything like that, although I did put on sunblock because it was hot and it was sunny. So yeah, that's one thing to note, to just make sure that you look at the map and that when you have a chance to go in and check out the whole setup, just get your bearings. Look where the bag check is, look where the warm-up area is, which is over on the far side by the start tunnel. You can see the in and out arch, which is just one big door on the back side of the venue where you come in and out of. And when you're racing on race day, just be careful around the water station area. It can get a little bit slippery in there, and just be careful when you're navigating that bit of the course. So the other thing that I recommend that you do when you are going to, about a half an hour before the race, maybe go to the warm-up area and take with you a water bottle so that you have water that you can keep sipping on until you're ready to race. But bring a water bottle that's recyclable, that you can leave or put in the recycling that's there. Because basically once you get into that warm-up area and getting excited about getting into the start tunnel, it's really difficult to go back and put your stuff in your checked bag or leave it anywhere and come back and get it later. They won't guarantee, they'll keep cleaning out that area. So anything you leave in that warm-up area won't be yours anymore. So I highly recommend a bottle that you're happy just to leave. Could be that one of your mates or friends is standing on the other side of the fence or something, you check it to them, but just seems like a hassle that's not worth it. And another thing I would recommend is if you're practicing with any kind of nutrition right now, like gels or bars or lollies, take that with you and just tuck it in your pants, in the back of your shorts, in your bra, wherever. And I have found that the best time to have a gel is just after the row. So I get to the row, I'm done rowing, open up my gel, take it down, and then get a sip of water as I'm running by the water station. And I do that because the row for me is someplace where I try to settle my heart rate, and I can swallow and I can digest it without feeling like I'm going to lose it. So I think it's a good idea, especially if you're like the average athlete and you'll probably be out there for, I don't know, anywhere from an hour 20 to 2 hours or over, you want to have some extra fuel on board to keep you going. Make sure you don't forget your shoes. Running shoes and your outfit are really all you need on race day, and then a gel and some water in the start area. You don't need a lot of stuff. You don't want to worry about it. And, now is probably not the time to go out and get new running shoes, but whatever running shoes that you've been using that have been working for you and that give you good grip on the sled push and pull would be the best shoes to wear on the day. Don't forget your watch. If you use a watch, you don't need to keep track of your splits. All the data is going to be provided to you after the race. And there's a lot of timing strips going in and out of the area. So you run a lap, you cross the timing strip when you come into the, timing pad into the rock zone, and then you'll cross another one when you go into the ski erg for the first station, and then you'll cross another one when you come out. So it's tracking all your data. The reason why I wear a watch when I race is to check my heart rate and to see if my perceived exertion, how hard I'm pushing, is matching what my heart rate is telling me. And it gives me some cues as to whether my pacing is going okay, because it's really easy to be excited and all guns blaring when you just are, at the start of the race, and you want to keep yourself in check because it's a long race. And then finally, the last thing, or the last two things I would say, is that when you're in the start tunnel, your time and when you start is somewhat random. Of course, you're going to be racing with or starting with people that are all either in the open division or in a doubles division, and the relay is totally different. But if you're open, pro, or doubles, you'll be starting with people that are generally in your same division. But it could be someone next to you that's 19, and there could be someone next to you that's 65, and there could be someone next to you that looks like they just won the Boston Marathon, and there could be people that just, they've got the outfit, they've got the hair, they've got the eyelashes, whatever, they've got the whole thing. Just don't worry about it. Do your own race and Hyrox, because when you start, all of those people will disappear into the crowd, and you will just merge into all the other people that are on the course at the same time. And you really just have to run your own race, do your own pace. And if this is your first time, if you're nervous, if you're not much of a runner and you're just starting out, you can walk. You can take your time. You can take a breather. You don't have to vomit on the course. You don't have to kill yourself. You can have fun and you can enjoy it. And you should. There's lots of people around cheering you on, yelling, giving you encouragement. There's always good music playing. So make sure you have fun. Make sure you stay in your own head about what it is you want to do at the race, whether it's just finish or keep running for the whole race, but go the pace that's going to work for you. Don't worry about the people flying out of the start tunnel. And there will be people that are running a 100-meter sprint out of that tunnel, and just don't worry about it. Let them go. Unless that's your thing. Maybe you want to run a 100-meter sprint. And then last but not least, if you've got a photo package, if you purchase one of those, which are quite cool to have photos of the day, smile as much as you can, especially when the cameraman's on you or woman, and there'll be lots of them around the place. And make sure you smile and enjoy the day. You've made it this far. You signed up for the race. You're having a go. Yeah. So best of luck to all of you that are doing Hyrox Auckland at the end of this month, January 2026. I'll see you there.